Hey there, welcome to this week's grow log. So starting at the front gate, the elephant ears are coming right along. This was one of those gigantic ones that was like the size of 2 coconuts, and it's put up 4 different stems, and really excited how big this is going to get over the next couple of months. The 16-foot sunflowers are pretty much dead. There's 2 in there, and we're just gonna let it ride. The other sunflowers are doing well, getting super big. The entryway morning glories have both reached the top, and I've started training them away from each other. This guy needs some water. Potatoes are spilling out of their beds. The corn is getting ginormous and beautiful. Beautiful leaf. All this lovely striping, little tints of color. The loofah is starting to really climb now. There's some morning glories that don't belong here down there. The lupine's been overshadowed. I don't think it'll continue to grow. Here's the second loofah. Potato bed number 2. Corn bed number 2. Womp womp. Here is the Venetian light morning glory. I have no flowers on this one yet. The watermelons have started to struggle. There's some peppers in there doing well. And back here, we actually have more peppers, more watermelons. But very coolly, somewhere in this mess of leaves, there's a baby birdhouse gourd. I'll splice in a picture. Cosmos are super fluffy. No flowers yet. The watermelons did not die last week. Super happy about that. Intubated the hummingbird feeder, so we got him all cleaned out and replaced. Here's the yellow pear tomato. Back here is a Pennsylvania Kindis. Here we have a multicolored cherry tomato. This is the orange honeycomb. The bee bombs are exploding. Have some cucumbers. They're not quite dead. Is the other cucumber bed, and we actually have a yellow lemon cucumber in there. I still haven't trellised these because I'm a jerk. This is a row of beans that's doing super well. These are bush beans. This is that strawberry crown squash that was flopped over brown on the ground at one point. Super happy about his recovery. These are the tomato beds. We actually went in this week and put in a couple more stakes, ripped out a bunch of plants, trimmed everything back real hard. You can't tell, but we did. Happy marigold. The triple crop is starting to put off some fruits. Here's my first one. The giant mixed morning glories are doing their things. And of course we have the spaghetti. So we have 2 fruits here. This is the big boy down here. There's another one here. Possibly cross-pollinated. I had 4 or 5 not pollinated fall off, but that's okay. He's starting to shoot some runners out along the beds. I gotta train him. Here is the painted lady tomato. My detours are getting very tall. This is another painted lady and another painted lady. Those are my backup plants. This is a horseradish. We're gonna have to get some beer traps going in here. This is a red currant tomato. It is very elegant and small. Here are the 2 coconuts. Just found my first nasturtium bloom. Woo. These are the Black Beauty tomatoes. This is another red currant tomato. This is a hybrid yellow tomato. And this is the sartoriales. Got a nice fasciated blossom over here, fasciated blossom over there. I'm going to leave them and hopefully get some large tomatoes. Another spaghetti squash. Still yet another spaghetti squash. Got some pink and white morning glories here. Getting some flowers on this pepper. Had a huge chamomile harvest yesterday. I'll splice in a picture. Moonflower is huge, but no flowers yet. Guano seems to have perked up, so that's cool. I actually did get some Thunbergia blooms down here. I've since trained him onto the blue picotee. Grandpa Ott is to the top. Some further giant mix here. This is a Pennsylvania Kindis tomato. Got a few blueberries left after the invasion. We're protecting them now. Beautiful red zinnia. Beautiful peach zinnia. Beautiful poppies. These are my favorite poppies this year. Can't wait to press these. This is the herb bed. This mammoth dill has like a 1-inch thick stem on it. And I'm just dying to know how tall it's gonna get. This is the arugula, starting to flower. So, gonna pull a bunch of that out and reseed. These are the Bib Butterhead lettuce that I've been very, very heavily protecting. And this is my dish of slugs. I think there's about 50 different slugs that came in just one day from these beer traps. So, very happy with that. Definitely going to continue. Hopefully we can save some of the Butterhead lettuce. Here's the red romaine. This is prize head lettuce. And all of this is mustard. We also have a singular black-seeded Simpson lettuce. We have a Pennsylvania Kindis tomato and several zucchinis. Pulled our first big boy out of here this week. Super excited. There is a San Marzano here and another one here. And this is a Roma and this is a San Marzano. This is a volunteer. That is a volunteer. These peppers are getting large. This one is doing particularly well. Morning glories are chugging along. No new blooms on any of the new varieties. They're just doing their thing. Here's a bunch of brassicas. There's that fat kohlrabi down there. Love him. These are the ground cherries, and they have made a striking rebound. So I just can't wait for all these fruits, because there's dozens of them on there. If you're not familiar with the ground cherry, they grow in little lanterns, like a tomatillo. And they're a sweet little yellow fruit. They're delicious. I've only had one pea-sized one time, but I'm very excited for more. There's a mystery tomato back there. And then that little green thing is a... Rayman had his first broccoli harvest this week. Gonna get some leaves and chop them up for the freezer. Cabbages are looking good. And we're at Pot Island, so we have the cilantro, which has gone to seed just as I wanted. And now we have these beautiful green corianders coming in. There we are. The amaranth is getting tassely. I have to do some research to find out what to do about this. Some beautiful green onions. A bunch more herbs. The bee balm is starting to bloom. That's super cool. Never seen that before. I think that massive cornflower is just about done, so I'll be deadheading all of this to save. And that's about it for the garden this week. So, thanks for joining me, and peace out.